When was the last time I even filmed? Let me look back here. Oh my god! I didn't even realize it's been this long. It's been 2 months, guys. Wow. It's been 2 months since I filmed the video, and now I feel really horrible because I thought it was only a month. So much stuff has gone down, so I had to take just like a little bit of a personal break for my own sanity from YouTube because things were just getting a little crazy. Right before Christmas, I got engaged. We had a passing in the family, a very sudden one, so that kind of threw things into a little bit of craziness. Then it was like the holidays, and then I picked a wedding date that is less than a year out, so I've been jumping into wedding planning like a crazy person, and it's been consuming my life. So today I'm back. I'm feeling a little bit refreshed, and I feel really weird because I'm like, I forget how to film. Like I don't know where to start. So I think today I'm just going to do a full face using all of the products I have been loving, like my recent favorites. I was going to do like a 2018 favorites of the year, but I never got around to doing so. So that's kind of going to be like what this video is. I'm going to do a full face of all the products I have been loving for the past 2 months that I have been gone. So yeah, today's video is going to be strictly makeup favorites. I kind of want to do another favorites where it's more so like skincare and kind of just a favorites in general. I have like a lot of Amazon favorites I kind of want to show you guys because I have a lot of cool stuff. So if you guys want that video, like this video and let me know down below. And also, I was kind of thinking about doing like a wedding related video, like a wedding planning kind of video, and how I've been doing the process and kind of planning out my entire wedding in a month. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know down below because I would totally do that for you guys, especially being in the wedding industry. Maybe like having my point of view of it would be kind of cool, but I don't know. This is a makeup channel. If you guys aren't into it, don't gotta do it. So let's jump in. So my actual first favorite, I think you guys are gonna hate me for even mentioning, and I was like totally not on the bandwagon with this one, but I was doing a client's makeup and she was like, I want you to use this on me, it's one of my favorite products, and I was like, what is it? So she pulls out the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir, and I was like, oh god, here we go. She was like, no, Gina, like I seriously love it. You gotta try it. I have an extra bottle. So she actually gave me an extra bottle of her own Farsali stuff, and I was like, are you sure? Like, I feel really bad taking this. But she was like, no, I want you to have it. I want you to try it. So I tried it out, and honestly, oh god, I hate saying this because I know it's like all over Instagram, but I really do like it. This is a great face oil. I feel like when I put it on, it just is super hydrating on my skin, especially in these winter months. My skin gets so dry. So this underneath my makeup just gives a nice like hydrated finish and kind of just helps out with my dry patches and stuff like that. Could you get the same effect by using a cheaper oil? Probably. If you could find one, I think you could achieve the same results, just like a hydrating nice oil. But I have to say, I really do like it, and I love the fact it has like the little gold drops in it. It's really cool. Now it is easy to go overboard with this oil, I feel like. I just do like 3 little, come on, 3 little tiny drops, like one on each cheek and then one on my forehead. And I'll just rub it all in and just rub it in nice and good. But it definitely is easy to use too much of this oil. If you use too much of it, your foundation can get slippery, it can break up. So just finding the right amount that works for you, I think, is pretty crucial when using any facial oil. So next product that I feel like I'm most excited to share with you guys, and I feel like you guys will be most excited about, is this little guy by Rimmel. This is the Rimmel Lash Accelerator Serum with Grow Lash Complex. That's what it says. So this is a lash and brow growth serum, and I was very skeptical trying this out. I'm skeptical with any of the lash growth serums. I know some of like the more expensive ones like do really work, and but I was like, this one's drugstore, it's only $7, like is it actually going to work? So I started using this guy about 2 weeks ago, and 100% honest, 100% not sponsored by this. I was gifted this product, but I am no way being paid to talk about it or even mention it or anything like that. I see my brow hairs growing in thicker. I don't know how it's happening. I do not know the science behind this, but I'm gonna insert some before and after pictures. Insert that here, and let me just look at it. I don't know, I guess I'll insert it like right here. So in that picture, let's see. My brows are super thin, not that they're full or anything right now, but in this picture I struggle with growing hairs in the front of my brows. The front of my brows is very sparse, And then on, I think it's this brow, I'm trying to like look in the freaking finder. On this brow, in this picture, I struggle to grow hair like right above here. You can see it's like, it kind of divots in that picture. And I'm actually growing hair there now, and this hair, if you can see it, I push it up, that hair has actually grown. So, and it never does. Like that hair, look how long it is. If I push my hairs up, it's so crazy. I mean, I have thin brows to begin with, but I'm seeing hair growth around the edges of my brows where I don't normally grow hair. Like there's a lot of new growth happening, and I'm super excited about it, especially this side. I struggle really in the front to grow hairs there, and I see new growth coming in, and I'm kind of mind blown about it. Just a little bit fuller. Like I can definitely see the difference. Let me know if you guys can see it or if I'm just crazy, but I definitely see a difference. I haven't been using this on my actual eyelashes because I'm just kind of skeptical about putting things near my eyes like that. So I mean, if you want to try it out, I feel like it would actually work to help lengthen your lashes, but I don't like anything by my eyes like that, but it's definitely working in my brows, so I'm so excited about that. I thought it was going to be like super oily and like kind of sticky and stay tacky. That's what I was kind of worried about. I'm like, am I really going to put this on like and then try and apply makeup? But I just apply it to my brow, and then I kind of push it in and rub it in with my finger, and it does absorb really quickly into the skin, and I kind of just like rub it into my skin, get it in there nice and good. And then it kind of makes your brow hairs, like if you're going to apply makeup right after this, it makes them lay kind of flat. So I'll just take like a spoolie and kind of just like comb it through. But probably the best time to apply this stuff would just be like right before bed. I don't really have any new foundations to talk about because honestly I haven't purchased any foundations lately. I do want to get back into the swing of like regularly buying foundations again and reviewing them, because I used to do that. Like that was like my thing, like buying foundations and reviewing all of them. So I do want to get back to that, but today I'm just going to use the Vanish stick foundation, which I actually want to try the new Hourglass liquid Vanish foundation. I think that's what it's called, the Vanish foundation. So this one is in Warm Ivory that I'm using right now. So I just take that, and my favorite way to apply this specific foundation is with one of the most bougie brushes ever. You don't need to do this, but I just feel like it goes on the best with this brush for some reason. So this is the Artiste Oval 8 brush, and I just buff it out with that. Alright, so I just popped on some brows because nothing new really there. I don't really have any new products to share, but I want to jump into eyeshadow before we finish off the face and stuff. This is the Too Faced Pretty Rich eyeshadow palette, which packaging wise, so stunning. It's got like a little gold buckle detail. It's just so cute. There's a mirror, and then it's got all these bomb shadows. It's got a bunch of mattes. It's actually got like some glitters. These are like chunky glitters, and just shimmers as well in there. So it's just I feel like it's very different than a lot of the palettes out there right now. That's kind of what pulled me towards it. So I haven't tried any of the pressed glitters in here yet. I've only done swatches of them. I have not tried them on my eyes. I have played with the mattes in this palette, and I do really like the mattes, but like I haven't been doing any crazy like dramatic looks lately. Just over the course of the past couple weeks, I've just been too busy to sit down and really play with any makeup. So I want to play with this palette a little bit more, but just visually pleasing, and from what I've tried so far, I really enjoyed this palette, and it's kind of one that just sticks out to me lately. I'm also just realizing, looking at the palette, that they're kind of set up in rows to be used, like each row to be used like in a cohesive look. Obviously you could mix and match colors, but just looking at it that way, like the glitters match each row of shade. I'm just going to start by taking this bone shade and just applying this all over the lid. And wow, yeah, that's a lot of pigment. For like a bone white shade, that's got a lot of pigment to it. So, I don't know why I just did that, to be honest. I like haven't been setting my eyeshadow base, so like you don't have to do what I just did. And then I'm going to take the brown shade and a little blending brush, and I'm just going to work this in the outer edge, and I'm going to buff it into the crease. I'm going to darken up the outer corner just a little bit, so I'm dipping into this dark brown kind of shade with a smaller blending brush. And I'm just going to apply that on the very outer corners. I'm dipping into this top bronzy shade, and I wet my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus because trying to use it dry, I was getting a little bit of fallout, and I don't really like that bottom. So I'm just going to, I'm not liking this shade, what the heck? It is like behaving really weird. With the finger, this shade's not that bad. But dry and even wet, it's behaving really strange. So I guess some of them might just be best applied with the finger. So if you're gonna use that shade, I would definitely recommend doing your concealer or foundation after. I didn't do my concealer yet, so we're alright, but I would have been pissed if I just did that with like a full concealer going on. Alright, so I'm gonna try this glitter on top, and I'm gonna use my finger just because I feel like this is definitely gonna be the best way to apply this. And I'm just going to just pack it on top. Oh yeah, that's pretty. See, that glitter had less fallout than that brown shadow, so I don't know what the heck is wrong with that one, but even this glitters. I'm just pressing it on. And I didn't use like a base or anything for this, so you can use this dry. Ooh. My next favorite I've been loving is this CoverGirl Get In Line Active Liquid Liner. So, I'm not a big fan of liquid liners, but I really enjoy the brush tip on this. It's a little thin brush, but for some reason, I just create like the perfect little flick every single time with this brush, which is kind of unheard of. You know, like there's some days where you screw up that liner, but I feel like every time I use this, I really like the way my eyeliner comes out, and I'm pretty sure this one's matte. Just knead it back. The only thing I kind of hate about liquid liners is I feel like they get all over my lashes and then make my mascara application kind of like chunky or something. The application with this brush, besides it getting on my lashes. Alright, so I'm going to apply my concealer, but first I want to make a quick mention to these awesome sponges. So it's going to be kind of hard to pick these up because they're out of the packaging. So these are the marble sponges from Sonia Kashuk, which is, or Kashuk, I don't know, what is it, Kashuk? I got these at Target by a recommendation from Jasmine Hand, I believe. It's on like YouTube, Instagram. She's a makeup artist. I really love her work. I follow her on YouTube, and she does really good work. And she mentioned one time, I think like a while ago, that she tried these out and really liked them. So I saw them. I think they're like I think they're $15 or $12 for the set of 5 sponges, and I really like these. So I'm super picky about my sponges. These are super soft. I know a lot of times you can get sponges and they're hard, like worthless, hard to work with, but these are so soft, and they apply foundation really nicely. I have to say I was super impressed with them. I'm definitely going to invest in more. If I had to compare them to something, I would actually compare them to like the actual Beauty Blender. I think they are even softer than the Real Technique sponges. I think she sells some of these sponges just individually, so do you need this whole entire set? Probably not. But my favorite sponges out of this set are this guy, the one with the pointed tip, and this one, the double-ended pointy one. This one I really like for concealer and powder. So there's one side that's a little bit more pointed, and I like to get up in there with the concealer. Then the other side I'll dip into my powder and I'll set that. And then this one I like the most for foundation, especially if I'm getting my foundation like up under my eye too. That pointy edge is awesome. And then this one in the set is kind of like a Beauty Blender looking one, but when I wet this, I'm telling you guys, it gets like twice its size. Like, it's huge. I don't think I can apply foundation with it because it's so big. I feel like this would be more like for like body work if you want to put like foundation on your chest or something like that. And then these ones, there's 2 in the set that look like this. These are good for concealer. I just like the shape of this guy more. So if they sell these 2, which I'll try and look into, in sets alone, I think these 2 are like the best shaped ones. So I'm between shades right now, so I'm going to use light medium, just a little tiny bit, and then mix it with light sand. I don't have like a happy medium shade on me right now. I have to get more shades. So I'm just gonna mix these two. They're just so good for getting up in there. And even like along the liner. I love. Before we move on, I need to make a mention to this brush because I've learned that is just very crucial to my life. This brush is one of my favorite brushes that I own. It's very multitasking. You can do foundation, but I love this brush for applying any creams to like my contour area and just around the perimeter of my face. Just the denseness, the shape of this brush just creates such a flawless application. I don't know how to explain it. I don't have any other brushes that can do what this brush does. I think it's just shaped so perfectly and well thought out. So this is the Delium Tools Golden Triangle brush. It's called the 953 Duo Fiber Foundation, but I'm just using it to apply a little bit of cream, and I'll use it to apply any cream product in like the hollows of my cheekbones. It just is like a no-fail kind of brush. I don't really like to apply cream products with like sponges, so if you don't either, I think you would absolutely love this brush. It's just become such an important tool like in my routine. So for setting the rest of my face, this powder is the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Powder. So this can be used as a foundation powder alone, just without foundation, just buff it all over like kind of on the go, or you can set your entire foundation with it. And this powder is so smooth, it gives extra coverage because it is a foundation powder. So I know we already are kind of full coverage, but I just love the way this powder sets my foundation. It creates such a nice matte, like soft, satiny finish. So I'll just take a big fluffy brush and kind of just go over everything. And it also kind of just like blends everything together. And I like to do this before I apply my powder bronzer, just so it doesn't cling to the cream too much and get like stuck in one place. I feel like they're kind of lacking in the shade range a bit, which is disappointing, but it is really freaking good. And it has an SPF 50 in it, so this is also a good powder for the summertime. The next product I have been loving that is such a basic thing, but I'm so excited about it because this is the Bare Minerals Invisible Bronzer. So it's just a bronzer. This is in the shade medium. So back in the day in like high school, I had a bronzer I was so obsessed with. It was by Bare Minerals and it was in the shade High Dive. And I believe they discontinued it because I cannot find it anywhere. And I'm super disappointed about it because it was such a good bronzer. Just like the formula. It's never patchy, it goes on so smooth. So I actually have been to Sephora and Ulta multiple times looking for their bronzers, and I thought they discontinued their bronzers altogether because I could never find them. But at like the bottom of the displays, they have like 4 shades of bronzer, and this is one of them, so I'm just like, I'll give it a try, I'll pick it up, and I really, really love it. It's so good. So it just creates just like a seamless finish. I feel like a lot of times my bronzer can be like skippy, and I hate that. I really, really hate that. But this one's such a buildable formula. It's like sheer and just gives a beautiful sheen to the skin, and you can't really mess up with it. It's kind of foolproof. So I just take it and just build it up to the level that I want it. Alright, and last but not least, to finish this look off, we're going to do the lip, which is one of my favorites at the moment. I got this in a Sephora set. So this is the Sephora lip cream stain. What are they called? Cream lip stains. Number 23 Copper Blush. And I got this in a set and I was instantly sold on the color. This color is such like a beautiful, like neutral, mauve-y, like rosy tone that just complements pretty much every skin tone so nicely. Like it will wear differently on everybody, but it will look good on everybody. It's just one of those shades. If I had to like pick a like perfect color, it would be very, very close to this shade. And it's just good formula, wears very well, wears long. Love the Sephora lip cream stains. They're only 14 bucks, I believe, so can't go wrong. So I'm just gonna put this on. I actually purchased more of these for my professional kit, and it really does look good on a range of skin tones. It's like a dusty rose. Just how perfect is that shade? It's just so freaking pretty. I swear every time I wear this lip color, I get multiple questions on what shade I'm wearing, and everyone tends to love it. So I think that's pretty much it. Those are my current makeup favorites. Everything I have been using within the past like 2 months. I've been gone off YouTube, and it feels good to be back. It Feels good, guys, feels good. So I want to try and pump out videos for you guys more consistently. I have a few videos coming. Again, like I said, I want to do like that other favorites video, like my lifestyle favorites, Amazon favorites, skincare favorites. And I also have a Boohoo video coming up for you guys. So a Boohoo spring haul. So be on the lookout for those videos coming up. And if you guys have any video recommendations you want me to get on top of, just leave the comments down below in the comments section. But other than that, I hope you guys liked this video. And if you did, just like and subscribe before you leave. And I will see you guys in the next one.